welcome to my channel. Don't don't get up at me. I'm very new to ASMR. I love ASMR and I don't know, I wanted to try a little bit just to see how you know, just want to try it out. So I'm trying it out a little bit. I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Kayla. I am born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. I currently live in Indianapolis. I am a actress and hairstylist. I've acted through theater and on screen in short films and commercials, things like that. Um, I also own my own salon called Love and Live Better Beauty, which is the name of this channel. You can check out my website that I left in the link down below, or I'll leave it in the link down below. And it's also on my page as well, so you can check that out. You can check out my TikTok. You can also check out my Instagram. And then I'll also have up a GoFundMe very soon. I started one up a little bit in the past just to help, keep my salon open and things like that, since I have nothing to my name, but I still want to be able to provide, provide, you know, my services, be able to, be a hairstylist my way, things like that. So I'm hoping to stay as long as I can, be successful in my business that I really grew from the ground up and things like that. So definitely, help me in every way you can, things like that. I'm wanting to, be that salon that is open for everyone, as well as able to, be able to give you that style that you always wish for, and that you know, forever, long lasting. On top of that, I also specialize in hair care, so I'll be able to help you with all your product recommendations, your product needs, what kind of services and treatments you're wanting, things like that. So definitely check that out. I offer both online and in-person consultations. With my online consultations, you can ask about, I basically will just ask you questions just about how your hair is and things like that. If you're wanting me to request a completely new routine for your wash days, for your, get ready for work, that type of thing, get ready to go out, anything like that, even like bedtime routine, you got some of that. I'll help you with it and we go from there. On top of that, for if you're wanting to ask about a product in general, I also have a online service that's basically product recommendation, product advice, hair care advice, things like that. That's its own service itself, where I can recommend products to you. If you're wanting to ask about a product specifically, I'll let you know about that. And then I also have in-person consultations, and with those in-person consultations, I also provide and include an offered blowout, your choice of a blowout or dry style. So no matter what, once you come in for anything, you're getting a style out of it. You're getting a guaranteed style, basically. On top of that, I have, my usual services, blowout, haircuts. I do both women's, men's, even kids. Just basically just specify the gender for kids. For me, especially how I grew up in the, hair salon um, community and things like that. With my haircuts, especially as a kid, I always had I was always, it was always provided as like a woman's haircut, things like that. So that's why I provide women's and men's cuts being like that. For, men's cuts, I can do both shears with clippers, with trim, lineups. I can do pretty much almost anything with it. A ball fade, a little bit of a taper fade. I'm still getting to know those taper fades, but I can do pretty much that. Women's cuts, I can do all kinds of cuts. I can do my first ever cut in my salon actually was a butterfly haircut, so I basically did that. If I can find a picture, I'm gonna try and show it off and try and post it. I've been searching for that, but it's in my Instagram, so you can check that out. It's also, I think it's also in my past. Um, it's also in my past TikToks. I'm pretty sure. So you can check those out to see the styles. There's also more styles that I've done. I usually do, a lot of color, so I do color touch-ups. I can do highlights. I can do highlights, full highlights all around the hair or just up top, things like that. I can do, like total all around color, things like that. I can do express. I do all kinds. I really want to get into doing a peekaboo color. I did it once in school and I fell in love with doing the process of it, and I really want to go back to doing it. So hopefully I can do it soon, but we'll see what happens. And then I also do, I do a lot more things. I do, silk presses, press and curls, um, dry styles again. I can do just any curl variations, waves, body waves, loose waves, tighter waves, any kinds of waves and curls and things like that I can do. Um, and then I can even also do like a couple types of braids. So I've done cornrows and I've done even twists, so I can do those. I can do lock twists, things like that, lock retwists. So, and for the most part with that is once I get the funds for it, that will go in towards the funds, getting more products for my services, and then I can add on more services like roller sets, um, rod sets, and things like that, so I can provide more, offer more. I can even do wig styles. I'm in the process of doing on getting extension installments in. I can do clip-ins. I can do clip-in installments as well as styling, cutting, and styling, and then touch-ups. I can do those. Which is also offered. This is all offered in my website, so you can check out my salon website through my channel page. You can also check it in my TikTok, Instagram, and I'll also put the link to my Gloss Genius website, which is basically my website, my Gloss Genius website, down in the description below, so you'll know where to go. I'll also put in my GoFundMe. I may also put in my Venmo. to also, help with funding. So then they'll go towards products and all that stuff to, give you kind of that experience that I'm trying to give you. Things like that. Um, I have many other services that I offer. If you are a cosmetology student going through, the process of school, getting your hours, studying for the state board, I actually had made a study guide that goes straight from the actual state board source itself. And this was back when I studied and took my state board. I was able to use exactly what I put in the study guide. I was able to use that and was able to pass with flying colors my first time. So I also have that. I also have that offered. I only have 3 printed copies, but I do have unlimited digital copies galore. So, if you personally want to, ask me about those, you can let me know in the comments, on my TikTok, DM me, Instagram, DM me. I got you. I'm trying to think of what other things that I could talk about. This is basically just gonna be like a ramble. I, my bad, y'all. I had coffee earlier, so I'm like a little guilty that I'll probably burp here and there. But I had coffee just to like keep myself up and things like that. But yeah, I do plan on being live on TikTok later today to do my hair, because as you can see, my hair is not it's not done in any way. It's mainly because I work out a lot. I mainly work out like in the evening, like at 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 6 to 8. I work out, and then I also do like midnight workouts. So I do like a kind of like a simple light midnight workout before I do a midnight walk. I do a midnight walk. I usually would do that, at midnight, 12 a.m. It's basically to help me keep up with my steps, and then help me just like, keep my body right and things like that, to stop my weight gain, because I feel like I'm very prone to health issues and things like that. Literally, some of those health issues is what kind of like, took my mom away from this earth and things like that, in which, I go through a lot. Especially from like this past Mother's Day. This past Mother's Day was, it was very hard for me. It's like when you lose your mom, or lose like a mother figure that always had. It's always so hard in some way, where it's like there are times where you expect it, where you're just like, oh, I'm not gonna be fine at all. That was me last year. That was me entirely last year. I'm like, I'm not gonna be fine at all. I'd rather just sleep the whole day away, not wake up till the next day, that type of thing. And then, the next year you'll be completely fine. You'll be like, okay, I can operate, I can do things my way, and things like that. But then, like, that's even hard to do, because then you'll end up turning around just like feeling horrible, and you can't deal with it. And with losing my mom, it's like it's always so hard, because she was also my biggest supporter in my career, my biggest supporter, and basically, she was there. She helped me with beauty school. She helped me through college, university. She's helped me through a lot and things like that. And it's just, it's hard. it's hard. It's getting to be almost like 2, 3 years since losing her, and it does not get easier. I'll tell you that. But I'm still moving, and honestly, basically still trying to follow her, as she was also, that person that, did what she loved to do, and that's what I'm trying to do, is do what I love to do. So that's why I'm really, wanting to do everything I can with my salon, doing everything I can with my acting and things like that, and I really hope to, be that not just for me, but then for others as well, especially with my salon, where I bring out not only just your desired styles and things like that, but I also give you and provide you that relaxing experience. That's why I'm experimenting a little bit with ASMR, because from what I kind of realized a little bit is kind of my process of everything. Since I'm like a stylist that everyone looks at as, I have like a light side of things where I am very light-handed. I'm not so heavy on, even massages and things like that, even washing the hair. Like, I still make your hair clean and everything, but I'm very light with it. Even to the point where, like, even the haircuts, you like would fall asleep just to, the calming atmosphere and things like that. Much as I can. So I'm wanting to be that type of person. So hopefully I can be that for you as well. So that's basically my whole mission and things like that. And all that kind of the same thing with acting, being that reliable actress and things like that. Being able to capture your attention and things like that. If you saw, I think I put a couple of monologues that I've done on my channel. It's just basically like a monologue that I've done that I really felt like I really did well with. I did that, and then I also have other projects that I've done that is on my Instagram, that I kind of post on TikTok, things like that, just to show off kind of like my acting. I really don't show off much of my acting, but when I do, it's very much high quality. It's always a good time. It's always something that is very captivating. Everything that's like a director looks for, things like that. I basically I basically like see myself like not just be national but international, wanting to go over different countries, wanting to act different countries, wanting to be in all kinds of dramas, things like that, and all that stuff. So yeah, and then when I'm not, um, when I'm not doing that, I am a simmer. I'm a simmer. I play Sims 4 mostly. I play with mods. I mainly play with base game compatible mods so that my game doesn't break instantly, always. So I basically play with those. I play with a little bit of high quality mods, things like that. But it's just to enhance my game, enhance my storytelling, and things like that. I love playing with forever saves. I'm in my process of remaking a forever save that I've been like working on, and now I'm like planning it out, and I'm sticking with that plan, so it's works that way for me. I used to play Sims Free Play, which I felt like was very much closer to Sims 3, but free Sims 3, and wanted to play Sims 3, long ago, things like that. So I've been very much in the know of The Sims. And now that I play Sims 4, I sometimes go with Sims Free Play. I kind of, try my best to play Sims Free Play still, but it's like the updates are kind of weird to me. But I try to convince myself to make it work, but it's fine. Um, but yeah, I'm a simmer. If I'm not doing any simming, if I'm not doing Sims, I am. I consider myself. I kind of consider myself very violent at times. I consider myself kind of like a person that lives for, you know, GTA, GTA 4, GTA 5. I'm not sure if I'm getting GTA 6 because of delays. We'll see what happens. But I'm very much a big fan of GTA 4, GTA 5. I'm a big fan of the lore and the story. And I also am a very big wrestling fan. I did wrestling for 1 year in high school until I got injured, and that happened, but I was considered basically the second female to join the wrestling team in my high school, so that was something. But I'm a huge WWE fan. Huge WWE fan ever since like 2010, but I literally love like the Attitude Era back in the 90s. I love the Ruthless Aggression era in the early 2000s. I love SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. That's like my ultimate favorite game. And then probably a close second would be WWE 2K14 because that's like the first 2K game, but it was also kind of like my first WWE game when I like first started becoming a fan and things like that. So it was like I kind of got into it. That was also the same, I also got the game with my brother, and that was shortly after we went to uh, see WWE Raw, Monday Night Raw live. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I remember seeing the tickets when my dad got them and everything. So it was like, memories galore for that. But I don't watch WWE as much as I used to, but I still keep my ears to the streets. I always keep my ears to the streets to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything. So I'm caught up with what has been happening and things like that. So I'm not too unaware. Um, what else can I talk about? This is getting long. This is getting a long video, and I'm not so good at editing. So this probably will not be edited. So it'll just be like a full ramble. I'm sorry, y'all. But I just wanted to introduce myself and things like that, just to like give you kind of like an introduction to me, things like that. I also am a writer. I've written a couple of plays. I've started writing some screenplays, things like that. So I'm pretty much a yapper. I love like story progression, story based type games, and all that stuff. So that's like my forte. But I won't keep you for long. But I do also want to point out and tell you one last thing is I really like learning new languages. So I am currently learning Korean, and then I'm starting to kind of leeway into learning Thai and Japanese. But that's mainly because I've been watching a lot of Thai shows, specifically BL shows. Uh, and honestly, they're like amazing, like the best, and things like that. So if you got any recommendations of those like dramas, let me know. With my Korean, I'm like at advanced level. I just gotta do, I'm just like trying to get myself to do better at speaking because my goal is to be very fluent at it. and then maybe go back to learning Spanish, because I did learn Spanish through school for 5 years, and I pretty much like understand when natives talk. I understand, like I understand it. Same thing with Korean. I understand when they speak, but I want to be able to speak back to them, just to let them know I understand, things like that, and all that stuff. So I'm like trying to get myself to work into that. Same thing with Thai, things like that. I also want to try and be some K dramas and some Thai dramas as well, because there's chances for that. So I want to be able to do that. So that's where I'm at in terms of kind of like my career and things like that. And everything I tell y'all is basically like it's basically off script. I'm basically just telling you like not from the script. I'm just straight up telling you just as a person and things like that. So just you're literally listening to the most authentic me, and really seeing just how I am and things like that. Um, but yeah, I'll be live on TikTok later on today, probably within an hour or so, so you can check that out. So, yeah, check that out. Like, subscribe, check out my page. I do have some videos up. I got mostly shorts. I wanted to really start with some shorts and things like that. Check out my salon, my website. You can either search up my salon, Love and Live Better Beauty, or just go to my website, which I'll put in the description, and it's also on my page. Follow my Instagram, follow my TikTok. Yeah, that good stuff. I was about to say something else. Yeah, here we go. Okay, now I remember. Sometimes my memory is like so bad, where I'm like I forget something, and then I'm like trying to like remember. And now I feel like now that I'm like more active, like physically, I'm able to like remember a lot faster, remember a lot quicker, things like that. And there are times when my brain really doesn't function as quick as others, so sometimes my brain like would just go in buffer mode, things like that. But one last thing I wanted to tell you is that I'm really hoping that I'm really hoping you're able to help me with this journey, this process, things like that. To be on my side, to help me not only financially, but help me popularity for my salon, popularity here, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, even like just to really help me blow up, really help people kind of really see just like yeah, I'm here, things like that. To be part, like to help me be a part of this journey. And I really just realized that like just how much of how therapeutic my career is, with my career being acting and hair, and being able to do those without feeling any stress at all, without feeling any bad pressure and things like that. Like it's just something that I just love doing, and it's something that I do without any like struggle. It's like it's something that's like so freeing for me, and it also really stops me from feeling like I'm stuck, and really stop me from feeling like I'm failing, I'm not doing things right. So if if you're able, if you can also help, just simply even giving me compliments or giving me affirmations to keep going and things like that, like that would be like very highly appreciated, and very much like something that really helps me out. And yeah, you know, just some things like that. So yeah, subscribe, like, share, hype, check out my page, spread the word, help me with the I'll shout you out. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna go ahead and work out so then I can get on live as soon as I can. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Hope y'all look less crusty. This is me bare face, by the way. So I don't look that